I want to remind everyone, not to fear the shift. It is happening for us. It is happening for us. And the reason it's happening is because the divine is now stepping in. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for viewing the last video. Today, I wanted to give you some guidance about the steps to take and how to navigate the shift that's coming, the split that's coming. And, I can guide you with my journey and also what I went through and the tools that I use, because I went through it in 2019 and my entire life fell apart. It fell apart. My whole reality dissolved and I stepped into the new operating system of 5D. So the tools that I used in that dark time, when I went into the dark night of the soul, I can share those with you from an authentic place so that it helps you on your journey, because we are literally now months away and the quantum shifts that are coming in 2025 are going to move us. So anywhere in your life where you were not able to take the steps, where you're living in a relationship that doesn't bring you joy, there's no love there, where you've got stuck and you're stagnant and you can't move, if you're in a dead-end job and you hate going to work every day, you may end up losing that job. If you're living in a location that doesn't bring you happiness, you'll be moved out of that location. And if you're not doing your light work and where you're meant to be doing, and you're not expressing yourself the way Source Creator knows you can express yourself, then you will be moved out of the old reality into the new reality. I want to try and give some metaphors, some images so that you can connect with what, is actually coming up. But what's happening is you're being unplugged from the matrix, from the third dimensional reality and software system, and you're being plugged into the 5D, so a sophisticated system, the abundance system. And that shift from plugging out of that reality to plug into the new reality can be quite traumatic for souls, depending on your perspective and how you approach it. I wish at the time I had the the knowledge of what was happening in my life, but now I can guide others, on their journey so that they don't freak out the way I freaked out, because it was just everything fell apart in my life. So when, if you've been doing your inner work and you've had many messages over time that you need to shift or need to expand, maybe in your work or your offering to the world, or doing your light work and expressing your creative abilities, and you weren't stepping forward, or you're holding yourself back, or other people are controlling you and holding you and stopping you from shining your light. Any narcissistic connections, controlling connections, anywhere where there was deception, manipulation of you, Source Creator is stepping in and to move you, saying that's enough. That's enough. You don't need to be here anymore. You deserve to be in this new vibration. All your good karma is coming back to you tenfold. And they always say that to me. All your good karma is coming back to you tenfold. And so you'll be moved. And the way I saw it when it happened to me and for me in 2019, as I started to, in my visions and in my meditations, I started to see this ocean wave coming towards me, like it was like a tsunami wave coming towards me. And all I could see was water flooding my house. And I had this image of me holding the pillars of my house for dear life, holding on for dear life, not wanting to let go. But intuitively, I knew what was going on. I was being moved out of that reality. And me holding on to the pillars of the house was creating resistance to where the water wanted to take me. So, when we fight the flow of water and when the tide is taking you one way and you're resisting and you're paddling and you're swimming upstream, you struggle and you suffer. And at that moment, when you find yourself struggling and resisting, and fighting the flow, you've got to surrender. So the more you surrender into the process, when this cosmic wave comes into your life, you got to surrender into it and go with the flow, breathe into it moment by moment, and feel through everything that comes up in you, your fears, your addictions, any codependency, any fear of abandonment or rejection, any wounds that come to the surface. You've got to alchemize them as you go, as this wave takes you out of your own old reality. So for me, it was like sliding doors where I literally left one reality and I was in another timeline. I stepped into another quantum timeline. So in that reality, my relationship, my long-standing relationship collapsed. I had to move out my house, like sell my house, sell the cars, sell all my belongings, and I was moved. I moved, um, and it was like my false self was just taken off me. My false self was removed, and inside was my true self and my higher self. And it was like I stepped out. And when you step into this new reality, you step into a new operating system. You unplug from that system and how your mind has trained you over your entire life of how you receive money. It's very different in 5D. You know, in 3D, someone is responsible for giving us our money, maybe our job, our bank, or our business, or other people in relationships. But in 5D, your abundance comes from source, and it's infinite. There's an infinite supply for you. And this has been accumulating for you. And maybe someone in your old reality kept it from you, what was due to you. And in 5D, Spirit says, I can give you what you deserve, what is rightfully yours. You can receive it. So this split is like a tidal wave that comes through your life and it moves you, and it's moving you to where you're meant to be, where you're destined to be, to meet the souls that you're meant to meet more of your soul tribe and your community, to step into your true self, to do the work that you came here to do. And as you move into that vibration, it is very frightening. The tools that I used, and I want you to imagine an image. So uh, imagine you're playing a PlayStation game and you've completed that level. And so when you've completed that level, the door appears for you and the guides say, okay, well done, congratulations. You've reached the level, you've done the level, you've graduated. Here's the door to your next level. And you're looking at this door and you're thinking, shall I go through it or not? And this door appeared for me many times over the years before, and I didn't take the door. I didn't take the door. I was like, no, I can't go because, my family and my family, my husband, my kids, I can't go through that door. It was like the bridge to 5D. And so I kept rejecting Spirit's offer. I kept rejecting. But inside, I was suffering because I was expanding. My soul was expanding. And she needed to create. She needed to share. She needed to channel. She needed to create all these events and retreats and all the things that I do now. It was just calling me to expand. But I was pushing her down, pushing her down. And inside, I felt tight. I felt suffocated. I felt trapped. And my suit felt so tight. And I was not living my truth fully. So Source Creator said, enough. You're out of here. There's the door. Open the door. And here's my hand. So I saw Source Creator's hand and I saw the bridge and he's holding out his hand. Source Creator, it's not, there's no gender attached. But I saw the hand of Source holding out to me to come. And I knew I had to take it. And I took a deep breath. At that time, things were falling apart in my relationship, and I took Source Creator's hand and I started to walk across the bridge. And when I was walking across the bridge, I looked back. So this is all in my dreams. I looked back at the people, some of the people that I thought would go with me, and they were shouting at me, no, we're not coming with you. And when I'm on this bridge, I'm saying, no, 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 come on, I've got to go. You must come with me. I knew I had to go. I knew I had to go. And they're saying, no, we're not coming with you. We're not coming with you. And they were kicking and screaming, saying, no, we're not coming with you. And I realized, that not everyone is coming on this journey with us. And if it's our time, we have to go. So imagine you're playing the PlayStation game, your door's opened, and it's time for you to go through that door. And you look back and everyone's still busy playing at their game and they're still trying to work out, get the whatever it is they're getting, the points. They're still playing, you're waiting and 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 they're not moving. They're still trying to get the points and they're stuck in a loop and they can't get beyond it. How long are you going to wait? And Spirit says you cannot wait. You must go. There's your opportunity. There's your door that you deserve. for all the good karma and all the work that you've done on yourself. There's your door. Are you going to go through it or not? So when you go through that door, you step into this void. And when you step through that door, you're no longer in the reality that you were. It's like it collapses. It was like sliding doors for me. I left one reality and all the people from that reality disappeared from my life. And I was in this void. And, COVID was about to hit, and Spirit was saying to me, create, you need to support I was supporting a community, global community. And Spirit was saying, you got to show up, you got to show up, you got to create. And they were guiding me every step of the way. I started creating, I started offering transmissions. And every day, no matter what I was going through, I had to show up in my heart. Like I refused to show up in any other way. So whenever there was anxiety, fear, I would recalibrate my system. I would recalibrate, and I would use my breath. Your breath is going to be so, 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 so important. What your breath will allow you to do is get out of fight or flight, because when you go into the unknown and you don't know where you're going, it is very easy to go into fight or flight. It's our natural response because we feel like we're in danger. And so you've got to recalibrate and get your breath back to neutrality. And the way to do that, the best way to do that is with your breath. So I recommend a box breath. You can do 4, 4, 4, breathing in for 4, holding for 4, breathing out for 4. If you need to do it for half an hour, you must do it at least 15 minutes, because that will take you out of the mind and into the parasympathetic nervous system, where your body's defenses and all the soldiers that are trying to put out the fires that are, they think they have to put out. It's just telling them that, okay, she's at peace, you don't have to worry, there's no fires. She's relaxed, and there's no tiger chasing her. So your breath is going to be really, really important, and you've got to do that every day. You've also, your fears are going to come up, because at that doorway into 5D, your fears are literally going to in your face. So you imagine the tsunami's coming, you're running for your life, you have to surrender, you're recalibrating yourself with your breath. But this wave is coming to take you. It's coming to take you, and we can't fight it, because it's actually for you. At the time, it doesn't feel like it's for you, but it is for you. And I'm telling you, it's for you. So, I'm on the other side of it. So I can honestly, hand on heart, say it's happening for you. So when that wave is coming, daily calibration, and also your mind will show you all these visions of scarcity, lack. So you'll see, like I sometimes used to see a woman, walking she was on the bread line, and she's walking from house to house trying to get food, or she was starving, she had no money, my throat's going, and she was on the poverty line. Okay, so these are our ancestral memories and other past life memories that will come up, because what your mind will do, it will go into your memory bank and try and bring you the closest memory it has to the feeling that you're experiencing right now in this moment. So it will bring up these images for you to see. You've got to tell your mind, no, thank you, but that's not my reality. No, thank you, mind. Thank you so much, but that's not my reality. And so when those images come up, you've got to say, no, thank you. This is my reality. And then you've got to imprint an image of you being wealthy, healthy, successful, happy, abundance of food and money. So you got to re-imprint it with another image every day, even if you don't feel like have money or you have the resources. You got to tell Source Creator, thank you. Dear Source Creator, thank you. I have everything I need in this moment. Thank you so much. I have everything I need. I have a roof over my head. I have food on the table. I have my health. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, dear Source Creator. I have everything I need in this moment. I used to say that 100 times a day, 10 times a day. Every time fear came up about anything, I would say, thank you, Source Creator. Thank you so much. Thank you for blessing me with abundance. Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you, Source Creator. I have everything I need. You have to get down to the bare minimum of what you need as a human being to survive. Really, when a flood comes, what do you need? You need your health. you need your breath, you need some food, you need a roof over your head. It gets down to that because you are leaving an old reality of what you thought was your security and your comfort, but it's not that. It's not that. So you got to rewire, you got to take your breath very, very seriously. Also important to meditate every day. Just calm yourself, connect with your guides, talk to your guides, and you listen to your intuition because your guides will guide you. So this is why building your relationship with Source and the guides is just so, 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 so important to help you through this time. Listen to them, talk to them, build a connection with your higher self. And they will guide you. And also, through that time, you've got to hold your inner child with love because your inner child is going to be freaked out. And here comes that abandonment wound again, and it's hitting you in the face. And you're remembering a memory where your parents weren't there for you, and all of those feelings come back. So you've got to hold yourself. You've got to reparent yourself, and you've got to hold your inner child and tell your inner child, look, I'm here for you. I've got you. You're safe. We can do this. We're going to do this together. I'm listening to you. I see you. I'm holding you. I'm loving you. I'm supporting you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I've got you. There's nothing to fear. We're doing this together. So you have to talk to your inner child through that time because your inner child is going to be freaked out. You've also got to talk to your higher self, and ask for guidance in the steps. You've got to talk to your wounded masculine, your wounded feminine, and just comfort yourself. Have deep compassion, kind words, and don't judge what comes up within you. Just be kind to yourself, kind with your words, hold yourself through the process, and know that the guides are holding you through the process because you're being moved. You're being moved from an old reality where you no longer are, where your energy has left. So when you leave, when your energy has left that dimension, and reality, it crumbles, it dissolves, it dissolves, it completely disappears. And so, if you want to go back, you can't because that door's shut. The door is shut that to that level. And you've got to step into the new level and the next level, these quantum realities that are coming in. You've quantum jumped into a new reality. And this is your graduation. This is a celebration of you. And you're being plugged into a new operating system, which is more sophisticated, which is connected to the galactic harmonic unity grid of oneness, where your guides can now work with you, take care of you, where your abundance no longer comes from someone else, in a limited perspective of how you saw your abundance came to you. It comes from source. It comes in a multitude of ways, multidimensionally. It comes to you. And this is your inheritance, your divine inheritance that was written for you always to receive. That comes to you. You will receive tenfold of what you were receiving in the old dimension, in the third dimension. But you just have to ground yourself in this new dimension, in the 5D, and just anchor yourself fully. You'll feel like a little chicken with wobbly legs. I lost so much weight because I just dropped off me. So any emotional weight that you were carrying will disappear and you will return back to this healthy, harmonious, balanced soul. You shed the excess weight, you return to your radiance. Slowly, slowly, you'll return to your radiance. And in this new vibration, you are your true self. You are aligned with your true self. You show up as your true self. There's no mask. This is me, authentic me. And I'm expressing my true self and I receive for my gifts. I share my gifts with the planet, with souls, with my soul tribe, with our communities, people around the world. I share my gifts and my true expression is expressed in the world. So this is where we're going, and you'll experience more joy, more freedom, and more liberation of your soul, more expression, happiness, fulfillment, fluidity, expression, everything, like everything that you ever desired, wish is being fulfilled. It comes to you in this space, and the souls that you are meant to meet in the next vibration, they start to come in. So when we leave that old vibration and reality, you will shed a lot of people. They will disappear because they may not have had your back. You know, if people don't love you unconditionally, and those people who did not love you unconditionally will not be coming with you, they will leave your reality. And the people that love you for who you are, have always loved you for who you are, they will come with you. Your children will come with you if you have children. You know, and the people who are around you, who are your true friends, they will come with you. And then the others, whoever, you know, you'll meet new people, new souls will come into your life, to connect with you, to meet you, to greet you, to journey together, to have new experiences. They will find their way to you because you're now vibrating in a new vibration, which means you get to experience everything on that reality. So that's the beauty of this new timeline that you're stepping into. So every fear is going to come up for you. So just imagine the PlayStation game. The door is here for you, and it's time for you to step through that doorway. When you go through that doorway, there will be a bridge. You're walking across to 5D, and you will go through the void of stripping away all of your fears, anxieties, anything you fear. The deepest fears that you have will come up for you. The deepest fears, because you cannot take fear into 5D. You cannot take you know, anxiety and poverty consciousness and lack mentality into 5D. You have to be in the vibration of abundance to step into that vibration, which means you got to alchemize, 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 turn it around, use affirmations, re-imprint the images, tell Source Creator how grateful you are. Thank you, dear Source Creator. I have everything I need in every moment. This is all happening for me. This is all happening for me. I'm stepping into an upgraded software system that supports me. I am aligned with my soul. I'm stepping into my soul suit to express my authenticity. I am taken care of. I'm supported. I'm loved. Source Creator loves me. I'm being taken care of. Everything is happening for me. And this is what you've got to say every day, and use your breath to recalibrate. So it's going to be really, really important to do these. And these tools are precious, precious. Recalibration back to neutrality, because what that tells the universe is that you're good. There's nothing to fear, and you continue floating into the higher vibrations. But if you go into fear, you go into a lower vibration, and then you'll experience everything on that vibration. So you got to also keep vibrating high. So raising your vibrational frequency. You can do that through meditations, transmissions, sound, yoga, anything that gets your vibration high. Do that. Dance, you know, nature walks, whatever you need. And keep your vibration high, because that's really important as you kind of navigate in the waves, but you get yourself back into recalibration and back into neutrality. Also, you're raising your vibration with sound or energy work or whatever you are using, whatever tools you're using, and your breath. You keep yourself on these higher vibrations, and you keep meeting the quantum timelines that are coming in for you and where you're meant to be stepping into next. So that's really important. So remember your tools, and remember that you're unplugging from one software system that is limited, moving into a higher software system that is quantum, where many guides can support you, and where you step into the vibration of abundance. So initially, when you let go of the old system, you'll feel everything is crumbling, your reality is falling apart. You'll go through that feeling of losing money, but then when you step into the new vibration, you will gain money, more money than you had in the other vibration. So it's really important to remember that when you go through that process. So what else did I write? Surrender, don't resist the flow, breathe and let go. I mean, that's really important. Surrender to the flow, breathe and let go. So remember, when you're swimming in water and the tide is taking you, you can fight it or you can go with it. So let go, surrender, go with the flow, because Source Creator and the guides are taking you to where you're meant to be, where you will receive more happiness, more joy, where you'll meet people that love you. And also you may end up closing certain contracts, like in relationships, people you thought you'd be with for the rest of your life may not be coming with you. And that's quite tough when you go through that. But there's someone else on the other side to meet you that is more aligned with who you are becoming and your next chapter here on earth. So is to know that if anything leaves your life, to let it go and to know that something else will replace it, because this is your new beginning. And energy, when you let go of something, something else will come in. When you close a door, a new beginning begins. When you let go of something, you have more energy to create. So energy is never lost. It just regenerates in a new way. So that's really important. Okay, let's have a look if there's any messages from the guides that they want to add to what I'm saying. But just remember, anything that was built on a house of cards that was not stable in the first place is going to come down, because your security and your foundations will be built in your sovereignty, your truth, in loving vibrations, where you are sovereign being of light, where you are leader of your life, where you are directing your life. And what this journey will make you is so damn resilient and strong that no matter what wave comes in, you'll be able to handle it. It makes you so strong. And the wisdom that you'll gain will be your mastery. It's like boot camp for the soul. It will give you spiritual maturity. You'll gain so much wisdom from your journey, and all the tools that you used and all the alchemy that you did. Then you will go on and share it with others. Oops, if you want to. If you want to. But otherwise, you keep that for yourself, and you'll honestly, you become a superhero. You become so resilient. You can put on your cape and stand in your sovereignty as a king or a queen in 5D, because you went through the boot camp and you made it through. So it's a congratulations and a celebration from the guides. I remember when I stepped into the new vibrations, I could literally see my guides clapping. They were cheering me on. They said, Neelam, you did it. You were supposed to come here 10 years ago, but you're here now. So let's go. Let's go. Let's have some new experiences, and let's expand and experience something very new. So it is magical on the other side. It's beautiful. It's very peaceful. It's harmonious. You come back to your true self. You become aligned with who you truly are, and your gifts, more and more gifts come online because you let go of your false self. And you meet the people that get you, that understand you, that support you, that love you for who you are unconditionally. Those people will come in, and those souls that you're meant to support here will find their way to you. So as you vibrate higher, you have more radiance, you start to glow, your heart stops aging, you look younger, you shed all the excess weight that you were carrying because you were trying to protect yourself. In the new vibration, you're not trying to protect yourself because you're surrounded by people that love you. So there's no more deception and narcissism and abuse and control and manipulation, deception, and you're not attached to any addictions or codependency or dependency that kept you weak and not in your power. So you reclaim all of your power as you step across the bridge, and you stand in your power, in your sovereignty, that this is who I am, and true to your inner being, your soul self, and your heart. And from this place, you start to have a very different, magical journey that lies in front of you. So you navigate your life moment by moment, step by step. You live in this place of living on the edge, but you live life fully. You show up every day in a passionate way to express yourself, to do the things that you love. You don't take life for granted. You don't take a single moment for granted. You're grateful for every moment, every breath, every precious experience. You see the world through the eyes of a child, in awe, in joy, in presence, in gratitude. The gratitude that will come from you when you've stepped on the other side is huge. I must say thank you 1,000 times. I say thank you for everything, because truly I am so grateful for everything that Source Creator has gifted to me. And the lessons as well, the pain, the lessons, the challenges that made me who I am today. For that, I cannot thank them enough, because I gained so much wisdom from my journey. I am resilient, I'm strong, and I have no more fears. And if the fears come up, I know how to alchemize them and how to move through them. And my intuition is so sharp that I can tune in and understand a situation. Also feel when there are energies around that don't support you. You know what to do. You know how to create healthy boundaries, and you know how to love yourself and take care of yourself, you know. So it's bringing all parts of you back into balance and in alignment with source and unity consciousness. And that is the gift of this wave. That is the gift of the wave. So, yes, it's coming. Big, fat waves are coming that are going to take you from the old reality, and you're going to go into a spin, and every fear is going to come up to be alchemized. But please remember where you're being delivered, where you're meant to be. And it's all happening for you because Source Creator loves you so much, and they know what you're capable of and where you've held yourself back and where you actually were meant to be at this time. So they're just lining you up with destiny and where your soul now needs to be. So thank you, dear guys. Thank you for helping me deliver that message. Is there any last message that you'd like to give to everyone today? They say that you came to be a joyous being of light. You are joy in the higher vibrations. To give yourself permission to experience joy, wishes fulfilled. Dwayne Dyer here, wishes fulfilled, experiencing true happiness, the happiness of the soul, expanding your hearts to experience love like you've never experienced before, feeling the connection of other beings, feeling that you're not alone, friendships that last lifetimes, connections that go deep and are intimate, unions with your guides, building your connection with your higher self and source, and loving yourself so deeply. Isn't that beautiful, dear ones? Because when you love yourselves, you can love others infinitely, abundantly, unconditionally. And that's when and how much we love you. So line up, get aligned, get into position for what's coming in. Be brave, work on your solar plexus and your power, and see where you need to take your energy back. And you know, Source Creator will say that if you have moved or you are taking the steps and you aren't using your intuition, then you won't have these tower moments. But if you haven't been, then the tower moments are coming. But it's not to fear it, it's to step into it. Okay. All right, everyone. I hope that helped you. If you have any comments, just put it in the comments box so that we can share it with everyone. I have had Dolores Cannon around me for the last few days, so she's wanting me to channel a message. The way I channel her message is I'll put some music and I'll put an image of her so that you just receive her message from her. Again, you can connect with me on Instagram. You can join the newsletter if you want to. The links are below. We have a few final spots for Egypt, our retreat for 12/12, where these energies are coming in. And we will be in the King's Chamber for 12/12. So if you want to join us, the link for that is below. We are literally closing at the end of this month, the registration. So there's still a few weeks to get your, registrations in if you want to join us. So feel into that and see if it calls to you. Okay, so I will speak to you soon. I hope you're taking care of yourselves and I send you my love and I will see you on the next video. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.